This is a power station by Anker, the 767. This is going to be replacing my gas generator. So I am so happy about this. This is freaking great. I've been waiting for this for like 2 weeks. No noise. This is freaking so awesome. It's got an app. It shows that it'll charge to full in about a half hour. In almost a half hour, it'll charge to full from 84%. Alright, I'm gonna plug the fan that I had running just now into this. Let me, I'm gonna unplug it from here and just use the battery. Oh, I do have to turn on these outlets. Okay, now I'll turn the fan on. I got the fan running right now. This is really what I want to test though. I want to see if this can run 2 vacuums at the same time. All right, turn off that fan for a minute. Now I'm going to plug in both vacuums and then turn them both on. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping it'll run 2 vacuums. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I'm going to turn a vacuum on because these are the things that'll be running at the same time. All right, sweet. So it'll run everything. I'm gonna want to consider some solar panels for that. You probably heard in the audio at least. I'm not sure if you were able to see the display or not, but what it did was it lowered the power for a little bit and then it brought it all the way back up to full power, which is exactly what I've seen in all the videos that I've watched. So it helps with surge protection. It won't trip it. That's 2,400 total watts. So I am like so excited. I'm so happy it finally came in. So it'll run everything. It'll run it all. It said about an hour or so with the air compressor running, which will eventually shut off. This one won't because there's such a big leak in the hose, but we're not worried about so much here. I don't want to use generators anymore. The gas generators, I just don't want to use them. I mean, that thing is on and it's literally no sound. The fans didn't even kick on and it's hot in here. I'm sweating. So I'm gonna invest in some solar panels too. All the solar panels that they offer, it's 1,000 watts. And the total draw on that, I think, was like with the air compressor running and the vacuum going, think it was like 1100 or something like that. I'd have to look again, I already forgot. It was either 1100 or 1600. But with the solar panels, there's a pass-through, so you're not actually using the battery, you're using the solar panels. So that's what I really like about that. So we have the solution here, which is so awesome. Today is Saturday. It's 8 a.m. and today we've got a Honda Civic. Outside's looking pretty good, actually. Black cars, love to work on them because of the shine that comes on these cars is, woo, buddy. Really nice. So some detailers will say that they hate working on black, but I love it because of that shine is so good. Some glossy black wheels. And it's already getting pretty warm outside too. I was gonna record yesterday. Couldn't do it because the camera was way too hot. Or actually Thursday. It was the day before yesterday. And I couldn't even record anything because the camera kept shutting off. So, hopefully today will be better. But again, it's just me because Isaiah is off on weekends. So I feel like the videos are a little bit more interesting when there's other people. But I'm gonna record, and because I like doing it, I like recording, making videos. And you guys can see these cars and what I do. So let's get it started with this interior. I might have to do a little extra work on that back seat. Saw some white stuff. I don't know what it is. I don't know what any of this stuff is whenever I clean it. So that's not a big surprise there. Something right here. It might be dog slobber now that I'm really thinking about it. So this has that hair that you see, it's getting like intertwined into the seat. That's not very fun. And this texture of the carpeting Yeah. So that's never fun. I'll be there for a little bit vacuuming. This will be a full detail inside and out with a nice coat of wax. So let's get this started. Good vibes are coming your way. Yeah, my camera keeps overheating, so this video is definitely going to be chopped up, but I know that. But I still want to make a video. I'm going to get ready to do some vacuuming here. I'm working on the trim, the interior trim here, like these areas all along here, back here. So I'm on this side. I'm going to get going on that. It is just after 10 o'clock. It's 10:16 and it's already hot. It's warm now. It's 81. It's gonna be 90 today. So it's gonna be a sweat fest. customer asked me if I can do something with this seat here. I'm keeping it within the budget. So what I'm going to do is just give this a surface clean. I'm going to use a microfiber towel to get this looking better. And if there's no major result in it, like I'm looking for something like, you know, I want this to look really good. So if there's no major result in doing that, then I am gonna shampoo this seat. I was thinking about, and then I also have to do this as well. I have to clean that up. So I'm gonna hit that and this seat and this back seat too with that white stuff I was showing you guys. This I know will come out because I have a good feeling that it's dog drool, like I was saying before. But see all these areas here. So I'm gonna do a surface clean, but if I have to shampoo it, I may just not even charge the customer to do it. There's times where I'll do that. I did tell him though that there may be an upcharge to shampoo that because there's extra steps. You know, shampooing involves a bit more work. You know, I got to make sure it's dry. I got to suck everything out. Whereas a surface clean, I'm just doing the surface, and a shampoo is gonna get under all of that, and it's gonna just bring everything out. So I'm gonna have to work at it to get it clean if I do shampoo that. So I'm gonna start with the lightest approach first, which I always do anyway. And if that's not doing anything and I'm not really liking it, I am gonna shampoo it. But I may not charge anything extra for it. So let's see what we can do with this here, just as a surface clean first. I'm gonna hit this seat first. Alright, so that did a little bit. I'm gonna wait for that to dry. It's not quite dry yet, so I can't really determine the outcome yet. And on camera it's probably gonna look a lot better than it actually is. I'm not saying that it looks bad now. I would be okay with this, but I can't really make that determination until some time has passed and to see if anything shows up here. So I'm just doing what I can to keep it within the budget and keep time lower. Although I don't really mind the time, the customer may. So, you know, they want their vehicles back, and I totally understand that. So I have to do what I can with what I have and the time and all of that. So there's a lot that goes on. But anyways, let's see what happens here. Yep, that came right out. I knew it would. This did too. So as of right now, it's looking like a surface clean is gonna do it here. At least for this. But again, I'm going to be waiting to ensure that this is gonna be good. Alright, so that's gonna do it for the inside. I'm gonna check back on that later on. I'm gonna get started on this wash and wax because sometimes you just gotta move on. It's 1 o'clock right now, which it's a decent time, especially for being by myself. I typically like to be done with the inside of a vehicle by 12. That way it'll give me about 2 or 3 hours for the outside, be done by 3, 4 o'clock, but we're gonna be looking at it a little bit later here today. So I'm just gonna move on, get the rest of it done, check back on that. The back looks fine, so we're gonna get this thing washed up, waxed, and looking really good. I'm telling you, I'm having a very difficult time with recording videos in this heat. The camera keeps overheating. Let's see if you guys can hear this, because there's things on the paint, and even this feels pretty good. Like when I touch it, it's a little gritty, but listen to the way that this sounds when I use the clay bar. This is a medium grade clay bar. Just listen to the way this sounds. And now I'll come back over here just to make sure. Now it's a lot less, it's more smooth. It's really important to clay bar if you're going to be putting any kind of wax, sealant, whatever on the paint. A lot of the prep work that takes the most time, because you got to get this paint pretty much shining and clean, just as good as it would be with a wax on it. Because that wax is really, locking in that prep work that you've done. That's the way that I look at it. All right, it is 3:19. Wash is done, all clay barred, dried. I'm gonna put the wax on there now. Then I'll dry the wheels. I don't know if I rinsed this wheel off or not. It doesn't look like it. It's looking a little weird to me, like it wasn't rinsed properly. But anyway, I'll put the wax on there, take the wax off, of course, dry up the wheels, touch those up, put a little tire dressing on there, do the windows, check on that seat, and then any touch-ups that need to be done, I'll do those, and that'll be it. Sweat is serious today. It's 4:21. It's 90 degrees. And that's where I use to blow some air. I mean, it's nice, like when you're doing the interior of vehicles, it'll just blow through the car. And it's nice, but there are some serious changes that have to happen in this shop. The biggest one is getting some foam insulation on the walls, insulating, and then setting up a mini split for AC. There's a lot of things that I'm going to be doing that I'm really pushing toward now. And you know what, truthfully, I've done this for 5 years now, so it doesn't bother me that I'm sweating like this. I feel fine. I may not be fine. I don't know, but I've worked in this temperature every day, so it's not so much for me, but with Isaiah being here most of the time by himself, it's a lot of work, and I know it is. Just because it's okay for me doesn't mean it's okay for somebody else. So I will be looking into getting some prices to do at least some foam spray insulation in here, and just taking advice, because a lot of people have given me advice. 2 or 3 people, I could say a lot, but what is a lot, honestly? Few people have given me some advice about doing some spray foam insulation in here. So for Isaiah and anybody else who will be working in here during this hot season, and the cold season too. I mean, we have the kerosene torpedo heater, but it's time, you know what I mean? It's like there's different things that are happening. It's evolving. So after 5 years, I mean, come on. So that's going to be the next major step in the shop, is to insulate the place, get a mini split for some AC and heat. Just got to figure it all out. There's a lot of steps and things that need to be gone over, how it's going to work out and things like that. But I am moving towards making this a better environment for others, because it's not about me anymore. Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. Don't put it off. Stop when you're done, even if you are tired. Just stop when you're done. And I'll be stopping today when I'm done. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. See ya!